NFL star Channing Crowder and his wife Asia are here for the first time. This is their first daytime interview ever to explain. Maybe they're going to talk about it. We're not going to put them in a position to explain. They're going to talk about the revelation that had people talking over the summer. In a recent episode of his hit podcast, The Pivot, Channing announced to Kevin Hart that he and Asia make a yearly pilgrimage to a nudist resort. The internet went wild. It made headlines all over the place, caught my attention on my vacation. Now, before we all judge what makes them happy, full disclosure, your best friend, me, I have had my own nudist experience. Well, okay. Some of you applauded, some of you turned and said, what show did we just come to? Okay, but I'll explain the story. It happened a long, long time ago. I'll explain it to you. But first, it takes a lot to make Kevin Hart speechless. But Channing found a way to do it. Take a look.
So me and my wife go to a nudist colony. Like once a year, we go to a nudist colony.
What's going on?
Yeah, that's
we go to a place where like you walk in, everybody just gets naked and walks around.
I heard you say.
I didn't know if you knew.
Y'all get down, is what you're saying.
It's kind of the question, but we don't get down, but we just like to be around naked people together.
Kevin Hart is still picking up his jaw from the floor. Please welcome Channing and Asia Crowder to the Tam Fam. Thank you. Now, full disclosure, before the show started, I peeked in the dressing room because I didn't want them to come out here a la mode. Listen, oh my God. I mean, Asia, I'll start with you. Could you believe, I mean, you went viral. Well, your husband had your business go viral.
Yes, he likes to share all of our business like that. So he's always been very vocal. So I'm not surprised. But I was surprised, because I was like, I thought this was just me and you talking. I thought this was just our thing.
What you wrote on Instagram, what did you say? You called him the wildest man?
Yes.
He's the wildest man I know, but you're also the most kind, genuine, and compassionate person.
Yes, he is.
Listen, and listen, the kind and compassionate, I understand woman to woman why we value that. But clearly he wanted to be the wild man.
Right.
And you wanted Kevin. When Kevin reacted the way he did, what did you think?
Knowing Kevin Hart, you're about to sit down with Kevin Hart. You know he's a funny dude. You know, I'm a big fan, so a lot of people we sit down with, I'm a fan of. I love them. So when you know you're sitting down with a comedian and I joke around a lot, I had to spar with him a little bit. And that's what it was. I was like, I had something, I was like, you know what? I think Kevin would respond this way to that. It was planned. I didn't tell Asia, but I knew my approach to talking to Kevin, and I knew that if I bring up our nudist experiences, I knew it would get a reaction out of Kevin.
Right.
And so then when I approached him and I saw him when he put his glasses down and started looking around, that's when I was like, okay, we got something here.
Oh, yeah.
But Asia didn't know anything.
Asia didn't know.
Even after the show, because after every show, we shot 3 shows yesterday.
Right.
She always calls me, she's like, how was it? And I'll say, great, good, it's okay. And after that show, she was like, was Kevin good? I was like, yeah, he was good, it was funny. But I didn't say anything. So when it came out, we weren't around each other when that show was released. And then I look at my phone and I have 6 missed calls. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm in trouble.
You're in trouble. I mean, you didn't even give her time to praise. And the reason why, because I want to ask the audience your opinion, and please don't be shy. Clap if you would ever consider going to a nudist resort. Okay, that's the minority. Okay. I see you super freaky over there. No,
She wide open.
So tell me.
I give you the name.
I have to say, a lot of people assume that it means something sexual.
Right.
or something naughty, but that's not the experience you have.
And I think even in that moment, Kevin was like, wait, I need to get clarity. So
Right.
what y'all doing with the people? You
Because
know,
people,
like, what's happening
listen,
there?
we're an adult show, and we speak frankly. People believe then that means you're swingers or you have an open marriage. And by the way, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I'm not
Right.
judging. But that's what people assume.
Correct. And for me, I think that it's important to differentiate naturalist from like the swinger lifestyle. They're actually like lifestyles. It's the two different things. So the resort that we go to is an all-natural resort. So there's no...
Like organic food? No, I'm
Pretty
kidding.
much. And we're all in our organic... I guess we're all presenting organically in a way, because we're just, you know, like, here, you know, this is me. And they're like super sweet people. It's very surprising. I think you have to like experience it to really understand it, because everyone is really just like bare and vulnerable, and everybody's cool because there's no like pretension. It's just we're looking at each other, or not looking at each other.
No, we're looking at each other.
Are you, but I mean, like,
if you're somebody's naked, you
okay,
check them out.
All right, so you've decided that this. I'm so speechless right now. I'm like Kevin Hart now, because I want to know the activities, and we'll get to that. But whose idea was it first to venture into this particular place? I know where it is.
Right.
We're not revealing because then we don't want people showing up looking for pictures of it. But it's an exclusive place. It's not cheap either.
Right.
So how did you find this?
So I'm the naturalist.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, so that's
She
me.
got me. Well, we started actually. There's a new beach in Miami. We live in Miami.
I know where that beach is.
And there's that new beach in Miami. So
I know where it is. I didn't say I went
Damn.
there. I know where it
Damn,
is.
now.
Tam, we'll keep it real. I'll tell you about mine.
we're usually to the right of the lifeguard stand, right there to the right, if you will.
I'm like, hey, y'all. So Miami was the first place.
It was the first place, and she actually called me, and I was like, well, yeah. She's like, I'm at the beach, and I'm like, what beach? And she was like, at the new beach, and I was like, Like, this was early on in our relationship. We've been married 11 years.
Yeah.
We've been together 14 years.
Yeah.
Like, you know. Probably, like 5, 6 years ago, she called me from the beach and was like, yeah, I'm at the new beach down here. And I was like, oh, okay. She was like, next time you can come. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
And I went. And the first time I wore my little Speedo. She bought me some little, it was bright, what was it, bright green.
Yeah.
It was like bright green little Speedo, because I had to work myself in slowly.
You wanted to blend into the crowd.
Steps and bought my Speedo, and then
you took it off. We are just scratching the surface here. What kind of activities do you do at a nudist resort? I know this isn't new, nudist colonies, they've been around, but in 2022, what do you do? And where do you keep your key? We'll find out and reveal my own nudist experience after the break.
I'm just saying, we just like to be around naked people.
You don't like to be around naked people?
Be honest with you, I have no desire to be around a bunch of people I don't know just sitting there naked. That's what I said.
Welcome back, Tam fans. That was the one and only Kevin Hart expressing his shock that the Pivot host Channing Crowder and his wife Asia vacation at a nudist resort. Okay, Channing and Asia are breaking it all down for us today. What you do. Asia, before you tell me what the day in the life is, this is a topless photo we have at the beach. This is you relaxing by the ocean. It's liberating, I can imagine, right? Because
Yes.
you're just kind of like, I'm free. The sun is touching every part of my body.
Yes.
So it sounds like it's mind, body, and soul.
I believe it is.
Okay.
I feel like it's a form of self-care.
Oh,
you know?
wow.
I like to be with the ocean. You know, I just feel like you feel like you're kind of at one with the earth, at one with the universe. I'm very spiritual in that way. So for me, you know, like I invited him there. He could be there or not, but I just feel like so centered after I go, and almost like I'm just releasing.
Now,
whatever
as a
burden I'm
woman by
feeling.
yourself there, you don't feel like, oh, men are there thinking, hey, she's here because, you know.
Well, I guess, but
I don't know what
there's a lot of.
I don't know what that
I'm
noise
French
is.
now.
but Somebody, yeah. They got to see me.
But you never feel like exposed in that way.
I don't. Everyone, well, at the Nudist beach, so there's two different experiences.
Oh.
Like the Nudist beach down in Miami is one thing, and then
Okay.
we went to a nudist resort,
Okay.
and we've been to the Nudist beach together too. But the resort, we're traveling and we go there together.
So that's probably a more mature, and not
Yes.
that Miami Beach is not, but I'm sure there's a lot of fun at the Miami
Correct.
naked nude
Correct.
beach. Okay.
But I mean, still, there's couples there, there's singles
Okay.
there,
The people
there's
you
yogis
meet
there.
The people you meet there, it's very hippie-ish.
Yeah, I get that.
So
Yes.
yeah, so you sit around
You
and
meet
it's
some really
just-
fascinating people, but like,
Yeah.
okay, when it's time to dine, do you go to the dining area and everyone is still nude?
That's the one thing that still gets to me.
Yeah.
And that's what I like
Right.
when I'm eating. Yeah, like that's the one thing that still gets me is that like the eating thing is the one that still gets me.
Okay, we have this in common because I was in my 20s and me and my bestie Kanya, we went to Jamaica. And we went to a nudist resort. This is a picture. You can't see anything, but my swimsuit is in my hands, and I literally laid down because I didn't want anyone to see me. I'm 20. This is 27-year-old Tamron. What got me was when I went to go to the snack bar, and there was a man, and I was like, oh, I gotta get out of here. I was like, Tamron, don't look down. And I'm trying to get the popcorn and the chips, and I was like, don't look down. And I gotta go. I could not. We were there about 15 minutes. I took my little picture and I was out. But I do, again, I get the natural part of it, right? The freedom of it.